So I have some Tim Hortons coffee because it's cold and windy. Last night wind reached to about 100 kilometers per hour, which is about 60 miles per hour. So hopefully the power doesn't go out as I do this. Today I'm going to talk about the reading bingo that I shared with you guys, and I'm really excited. And I know we've kind of talked about this off the vlog, but I just thought I'd make a vlog about it because why not? The reading bingo, which you can get at www.retreatbyrandomhouse.ca. That's CA's for Canada. I originally found out about this through my friend in grad school who was telling me about how she was using it with her friend, and so then I was like, I need to share this with Jessie and Kayla, and then I shared it with my roommate who in turn has shared it with friends, so it's just this chain of awesome. For those of you who don't know, there is a regular reading bingo, and then there was one specifically for YA with a little more YA themed. Instead of going through all the categories, because that would take forever, I was just going to go through ones that I've already checked off my list. So far this year I've read 8 books, working on my 9th. That's mainly because for most of January I was recovering from surgery and just decided to read because I could fall asleep whenever I wanted to while reading and not have to like pause an episode of television. I was in a lot of pain, don't ask. Here are the ones I've filled so far for reading bingo, the regular one. For a book of nonfiction, we have Self-Inflicted Wounds by Aisha Tyler. For a book with a blue cover, we have Chris Hadfield's An Astronaut's Guide to Living on Earth, which I would highly recommend that book. This one makes me laugh the most is A Book Your Friend Loves, and I decided to put there Out of Time by Monique Martin because I hated that book and Kayla loved it. Shout out to you, Kayla. I've read a little more YA so far this year, typical. The first book in the series I put Reboot by Amy Tanera. I actually couldn't stand that book, but hey, it filled the spot. For a book that became a movie, I put Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card. For a book with a breakup, I put Let It Snow by John Green, Maureen Johnson, and Lauren Miracle. For a book you heard about online, I put More Than This by Patrick Ness, which I would highly recommend, and that one was highly recommended in the BookTube community. And lastly, for a book with an epic love story, I put Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. I don't know if it's too epic, but it was epic enough for me. As for books that I'm thinking of to fill some of these spaces, I know a book that made you cry. I know I'm going to be rereading The Fault in Our Stars before the movie comes out, and so that probably will count for that. A book set in high school will probably be pretty easy with YA. And also I will switch around these books if I read one later that better fits a category I've covered. For the regular one, I haven't really thought about this one as much. I think a book that is more than 10 years old will be pretty easy to fill with most books that I want to read. A book of short stories, I'm going to read BJ Novak's new book called One More Thing. And for the first book by your favorite author, this is actually on the reading bingo and not the YA, because I was going to read, finally, Looking for Alaska by John Green, and that was going to cover that category. So I might cheat on that one, but hey, at least I'm reading books. Anyways, that's the start of my reading bingo. Hopefully have those all filled out by the end of the year, or at least give a very good old college try. It's gonna be a busy year. And I don't plan on having other surgeries. Okay, that's enough talking.